It's not just an ordinary Tuesday. Welcome to Terrier Tuesdays, the show where you can get to know some of Boston University's best and brightest student athletes.
Welcome to another edition of Terrier Tuesdays. My name is Kevin Edelson. I'm pleased to be joined by head cross-country coach Paul Spangler, and Terriers will be set to compete at the Patriot League Championships this Friday at Lehigh. And Paul, how exciting is it to finally be able to get out there on the cross-country circuit this year?
Well, I'll believe it when we're out there, with COVID and, we haven't had any meets scheduled for various reasons, but other schools in the conference have, and they've had a lot of meets get canceled on them because of COVID and restrictions and positive tests. So, it'll be exciting to compete, first and last race of the season. But I'll believe it when we're on the starting line on Friday.
Do you get a sense from the team that they're, amped up, looking forward to having a chance to compete for a conference title?
Oh yeah. This is something they worked towards. Certainly the women, they won last year, and the men, they were third last year, and they've been third, they've been second. So they want to go out there and contend, and they haven't raced in, I guess, over a year. So I think that, it takes a lot of confidence to go out there and race a championship with not having a race under your belt. And so they're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We'll be I'm not counting the eggs until we get on the starting line.
Yeah, so you mentioned obviously the women are the defending champions. How important is it, especially this year, to have that sort of experience? I think it gives your team a bit of an advantage, having run this race before, obviously.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's good to have a short-term memory. We won last year. Last year, we went in. That group of girls had never won a title, and they went from 8th to 4th. And they'd seen the program grow, and so for them, they was really excited. We got a chance to win. We've never done this before, certainly that group of girls. And so it takes a lot to come back and do it again. And so it's a different mindset. It takes a different type of mindset to come back and do that again. The conference is a lot better. Talking to one coach in the conference that's been around for a while, he said it's the best the women's side has been since he's been here. So the girls, they got their work cut out for them. Not to say they can't do it. I think it's probably a 4-team race on the women's side, and I think if you ran the race on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you probably get 3 different champions. So we just got to go out there and do what we do best and believe that we can do it.
Right now, do you feel like this is going to be a race where experience matters, just in terms of having upperclassmen that have run these types of races before, as opposed to having a group where it's a lot of freshmen and sophomores?
I don't know. Sometimes you'll get some freshmen that are just really mature, and they come in and they're not scared of anything. They don't know any better. Sometimes you get upperclassmen that are the exact opposite. So, in this instance, I don't really think so. Not with this group of girls. I think they'll be fine.
Great. For both the men and the women, who can Terrier fans expect to see some good performances out of, or who are some runners to watch for this weekend?
Well, all we've had is practice. So we haven't had any competitions. So it's it's kind of hard to say who. I mean, obviously we know who's fit. But looking at the women, Andrea Clayson is she's special. She'll be in the mix. Certainly Sophia, Corinne Batsu, Maddie Bachman's probably a name that people haven't heard of, who's really improved a lot from last year. Veronica Chris, a veteran coming back. On the men's side, certainly Brett Davidson. He came back for a 5th year. Had a job offer, was able to put it off, come back for grad school, just to compete, compete for a conference championship, help the team win. Commend them for that. Foster Mallett's gotten a lot better, and Some names, Jonathan Fierro. He was a guy who, kind of came out of nowhere in the conference last year indoors and really did well. And he spent the last fall in Switzerland studying abroad, and he'll be in the mix. And two guys, Logan Broner and Mike Hagan. These are two guys. Mike's a sophomore, Logan's a senior, and they're on a whole different level than what they have been in the past. So really proud of those guys. And Matt Mason, a freshman from Canada, has come in with great marks and has looked good in practice. And Kevin Murphy, who's another guy who was injured back in December, but is rounded into form here and should make an impact. And then another guy, Charlie Hamill, who had a great summer, great fall of training, and has made the travel squad after just missing it last year. So I was really proud of Charlie, put in the work to get there.
Yeah, how impressive is it for these kids that have put in the work over the summer and the fall, where there's a non-traditional training season? Usually you're competing in the fall. How impressive is it to see those athletes, work so hard with everything that's going on to put themselves in a good position for this weekend? Well,
I think it goes to the leadership of the squad. Last summer, when the student athletes got sent home back in March, I think they were, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, I don't want to be at home for the rest of the spring and all summer under, living with the rules and whatnot. I think they were just like, I can handle 2 months at home, but not, 6 months. So, last summer, I think it was maybe 10 guys and 7 girls went to Boulder, Colorado and trained for 2 months on their own. And this winter, a handful of girls and a bunch of guys went to Arizona to train for a month. And so, that's on their own. And so I think that goes to the leadership of the group, the team captains, Veronica, Chris, Stephanie Forbes, and Tommy Quinn, Scotty Hamilton, and Brett Davidson. That's something that they've organized, and the underclassmen have bought into it. And so really proud of what they did. And I think they're certainly starting to see the fruits of their labor.
Great. Well, Paul, we wish you the best of luck this weekend at Lehigh, and look forward to seeing you compete.
Okay. Take care. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in to Terrier Tuesdays. Give us a follow on our social media accounts at BU Athletics on Twitter and Instagram for more content.